obviously, welcome back to my channel. And yeah, still EK, Mr. Peace, I'm Black, but today I got something different. So I wanted to start a podcast on my channel for a while, and I thought it'd be nice to kind of broaden my reach in terms of, you know, a lot of my videos is me talking on my experiences for myself and for life. But I thought, just keeping with like the ethos and with the standard that I want my brand to be at, I want to kind of get people who are kind of in the same level or maybe even higher than me within their own industry, where we can have conversations about stuff that's just going on in life as well. So this is actually the first episode of my new podcast.
Sick.
Come on. And yeah, so yeah, we'll call it Man Naïve. And today, what I wanted to talk about is, if you haven't seen the video, I'll put it in the link below. But I love watching debates in it.
Yeah.
So and obviously like quarantine, like there's only so much you could do right now. So I was watching Link Up TV. They've been doing like
the point of view. Yeah.
And so far, like their things were like the slight controversial and that, but they didn't really touch me like that. Cool. Other day I was watching the top 5 lyricists.
Yeah.
In top 5 lyricists in the UK. And I was just like, when I was watching it, bro, I sat back, I was like, yeah. Wretch is gonna be first.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see who else is gonna fill up the list, innit?
These men were so dumb.
And then, like, when I was watching it, cool, first brother didn't have Wretches this at all.
So you just thought it was a glitch, innit?
I thought it was a glitch, I was thinking, cool, because they're trying to get points, yeah. Firstly, I thought Wretch would have been a cheat code.
Yeah,
like, if you're trying to get points.
Facts.
Because the first brother didn't have him, I was like, cool, maybe the next two will have him and it will, you know, 2 overweight him and he'll still make the list. And then the second brother didn't have him. So then I'm sitting there thinking, nah, wait, are we in the same UK, fam?
Yeah.
So then I'm here like, if I...
You know what it is? Them man didn't understand what lyricism meant, you know. When they started saying the sound and he goes harder, what is harder?
Do you know what it is? Sorry, before we even go in, yeah, like I said, like a lot of people, sorry, no, it's clear. Let me do that, sorry. Basically, a lot of the guests that you're going to see on the podcast are going to be like I said, young, emerging creatives in their field. So obviously today we're talking about music, today we're talking about the top 5 lyricists in the UK. So I have, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Joshua, I'm 20 years old, say what I'm a producer.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, my name is Misha, artist, musician. Yeah, that's about it.
Say nothing. Yeah. See, but yeah, nah, as we were saying, because the thing is, yeah, I don't want to sound biased in it, but I'm a Wretch fan.
Yeah.
But I just thought that I wasn't going to be biased in terms of saying, cool, Wretch should be in the top 5, innit? So after the video came out, I went onto their Instagram and Link Up TV put a post, and I saw that I wasn't the only biased one, because if you saw what the comments were saying, people are lost. How's Wretch not in there?
Bro,
wait, sorry, I want to question. Obviously, like, I hear where you're coming from as well, the comments and whatnot. Obviously, comments can be an unforgiving place, innit? So a lot of them were saying they're biased because they're only putting certain people. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, I kind of took into consideration, if you deep it, like a lot of the man they were putting in the list, they're respected lyricists.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I think, especially like, I'm not going to speak for everybody in my generation, but for the majority of the generation, Wretch was man's into UK rap anyway, one we could connect to kind of, do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So naturally, we're going to be like, bro, you lot are bugging. But then obviously, I kind of deep the age gap. But at the same time, I could see what Tef was saying.
Yeah.
When he was saying, obviously, like, you know, it's hard to digest what these men are saying because they're punching so much.
Do you know what I was saying on that, yeah? That's like the whole reason why I wanted to do it on this podcast and get like us, man, like younger people, innit?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's like, let me not say a stigma, but people think like people from our generation just like what's happening now, what's popping now.
Yeah, facts.
Drill and vibe and all of that. But then there's people in this generation, i.e. like you being a producer, you being an artist, you therefore have taken in these sounds as well. You guys know like there's brothers here who A, have paved the way and who B, like have been talking stuff. You get it? Because I said it to him, what if, cool, Wretch is what, 33 innit?
Yeah.
Dave is 20, 21, 22.
21.
I thought 22 just
Or
turned
22 innit? Cool.
Yeah, so.
Make Wretch 10 years younger, still talking the same stuff. I feel like he'll be on a bigger platform because he relates with us within age, but he's also talking the same stuff. He may talk like a bit more stuff than Dave, but he's still talking stuff and he's showing crazy lyrical content for such a young man. But I feel like him being 33 as well has put him at a disadvantage in terms of what people see him as, because people refer to him like he's just one English teacher.
Yeah.
but he's more than that. You get like that fire in the booth that he did.
Crazy.
Is ridiculous. When I was watching it, bro, like I love Wretch.
Yeah.
I love Avellino in it.
Yeah.
But Wretch got like 6 minutes of that fire in the booth. It's an 8 minute 30. He got 6 minutes.
But what I will say, obviously, like you made a comparison with Wretch and Dave. Obviously, Dave's easier to digest. I feel like because even though he does the punchlines and the metaphors, it's like he does, like for example, Leslie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, the story type of tunes where man can actually, or like How I Met My Ex, them type of songs where you can actually. But to be fair, like if you listen to Black and White, he's got tunes like Let Yourself Go. Wretch has got tunes like Let Yourself Go, where he's not just punching.
Exactly.
So
Tractor is a timeless tune, you know. Like
what Tractor's your tune?
Nah, bro. Tractor was like my first Wretch thing. I can't lie. When I got into
I feel you. I feel you.
Because that was what was popping back then. It was
and Don't Go.
Example and dog. That was popping then. It.
Yeah.
But to refer to the video, because what I wanted to see, what I wanted to have some fun with is that cool. So I went through the video again and I picked out the all the man that they referred to. So they only named 10 names across the 3 lists. They named 10 names. So cool. There was Joe Black, Margs, Potter Paper, Young Steph, Gets, Dave, Nines, Chip, Kano, and Wretch. Even though Wretch isn't. Once.
That one hurt you, didn't it? No, but I hear you. Sorry, go on. Yeah,
cool. The list they came up with at the end. First was Gets. Second was Young Steph, third was Potter Paper, fourth was Dave, and fifth was Margs. Okay, so I wanted on that list, on their final list, I wanted to get you man's thoughts on what you thought about just about that.
Okay, before I say what I say, how do you man define a lyricist?
Do you know what it is? Because you're a musician, I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Yeah.
The thing is that I just feel like because I decided to say it, I tried to Google it. They just said lyricist something right now. So.
Let's Google it.
I feel like for a lyricist, I just feel like it's how you can put it together. Like there's, you know, like double entendres and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like if you can give me something that means something so blatantly, sorry, but then there's another meaning if you really deep it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lyricist is someone who can do that, and it's like one, it doesn't feel forced, and two, it just it still can like relate to it can still relate to the song. Certain man just like. There's punchlines, but there's like deep thought in it. That's my.
And that's the thing about lyricism. That's why so many rappers don't have it. It's because it's so hard to create one meaning and then another, and then even another, and then effortlessly, and then effortlessly. Do you understand? I feel like it's wordplay. I feel like it's the complexity of the lyrics, and I feel like how it goes into the context of your song. That's how I describe lyricism.
And I think there's nothing wrong with like a complex wordplay. Like the thing is, music isn't for everybody, innit? Like the thing is, the way we are in the UK, not just like we, but the way it is like in the UK, we have our top people in the UK, like for pop or for R&B or for whatever. But then you've got rock. I don't listen to rock music like that, but you've got rock stars who are top in their field. You get music isn't for everybody, but it appeals to somebody. You've got like complex barists and wordsmiths like Wretches and like the Kendricks and stuff who appeal to their people.
They'll never get the accolades.
They may not. Like, so I feel like sometimes we take it for granted.
Accolades.
Because...
you know why? Because music is about sound, and even though that's a good and bad thing, like, okay, you should be listening to the lyrics. The sound is the first thing you hear.
Facts.
Santi, honestly, I'll be real with you. Santi, sometimes I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Sparky.
Bro.
You guys know about Santi?
Bro.
I feel you.
You guys know about
Are you mad? He said,
raining outside.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I can understand when people say like it's hard to. That's to his point. I hear him. Sorry.
No. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's hard for lyricists to really be out there and really like determine their position in the music industry. So when you are identified as a lyricist, I'm like, okay, even that is.
That's interesting. I'm deep in what he's saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's the same thing for like African artists, you know, because like bro, like even me, I'm Nigerian innit, but I don't speak like I'm even I don't speak it fluently.
Okay.
So when I'm listening to like Burna Boy and Wizkid speak and rap, speak and rap, I don't know what they're saying. I'll be very honest. Like every other person digest their music. However, when they slap on a beat and it's a bro, when they slap on a beat and a vibe. You're not caring about what's happening. Wizkid's new album, bro. I was listening to it on the way here. Bro, how the thing? I'm just thinking, vibe, elevator, I'm just listening to pure vibes. That's what you're there
Listen,
for.
Ginger, just banger, bro.
But I see, you know the first one I listened to. The first one, I see that's what Burna Boy.
Burna Boy and Wizkid, I will go.
It's like things like, because you know, I was deep in it the other day, not to like get off topic, but even, you know Collateral Damage by Burna Boy?
Yeah,
he's saying stuff in it, but because I'm just taking in a vibe, I'm not listening to what he's saying. But when this whole BLM thing and SARS thing was happening, somebody reposted like a part of his song.
Okay, I know it's my
someone reposted a part of his song, and it's like, bro, he's actually saying stuff, but no one's deep in it because of the vibe.
I know what you're talking about,
You get, so I feel like, I don't know, like maybe there's a lot of lyrical content behind it, but it can get. I feel like the sound and the producers can push it more to like a chart song than a. Bro, man's trying to sit down to that in.
Josh, so the way I'm taking what Josh is saying is like almost there's a difference between a great lyricist and a great musician.
Yeah, I take that.
That's what it follows, because obviously you were saying the sound is what you hear first, and obviously like more time if you're going so ham on the lyrics that I can't enjoy the beat.
What do you mean by that?
Like for example, like sometimes I've heard obviously I'm not gonna just blate out artists like. But I've heard artists sometimes where like the beat will vibe, like it will be a vibe, whereas someone such as like yourself, like Wizkid, who's you don't understand what they're saying, but because they mold with like they become one with the beat, it's a mad thing. Whereas lyricists is almost like you're, I don't want to say like it's some lyricists anyway. It's like yo, the beat is here and you're taking me over there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's partly what I was saying, but I'm just saying like okay, let me give an example. I think Dave is so talented. And why I say that is because he produces his own beats. He's a lyricist. Like he's even in the conversation. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
For what he's already done.
Fam, how you having a 10-year head start and then Dave's in there?
Yeah, facts.
Huh?
Yeah.
You get it? Like he's from South, so obviously I relate. Yeah. And I followed him, this guy, since like Black Box, Cypher. So I've kind of been with him on the journey. He doesn't know me. Let me not beg you. He doesn't know me. But do you know what I mean? I've been
when you
from
watch
like,
your brother grow.
Do you get me? Like from like fucking flipping 16, 17. I'm like, oh, who's this guy now? I see where he is now, charting and all that. Fam, I think it's so. As an artist, I think lyricism and how your what's the word? What is the contribution into the beat and the whole process is so important because so many artists say, let me get a beat.
Yeah.
Let me get a beat. Let me rap over that. Calm. Cool, chart. But Dave actually, you know he produced Professor X himself. You know he produced Calling Me. Is it Game Over? I think he produced that himself.
Calling Me.
I think he produced that EP himself. But from what I've seen, I see him as an artist. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of artists to take care of.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying an artist is so hard to develop, and a lyricist can just be like lyrics and forget about the beat. That's what I'm saying, innit? But yeah, man.
I hear that. Alright, so referring to that video and with the list that they had, with their top 5. So like I said, it was they had Gets, Young T, Pot Paper, Dave, and Margs. Now, me personally, I've never heard of Margs. There's no violation there's no vibe to them, man, because like Pot Paper, I don't listen to him. However, I saw what his training day 3 done, but he just got out of prison. Man, got top number 3, number 2. That's crazy. Just came out of prison. So there must be some, and I think there's like 20 something. There's like 20 something songs in that thing, fam. And you just came out of prison. Like, I haven't. For someone that I have listened to before, why would I listen to you? If you get me, if I haven't built that like relationship with you through your music. So, you know, I've never listened to Pot Paper before. I've never listened to Mark. I may have heard Pot Paper before, but I've never listened to Marks before. And I felt like with that video, take out Margs and Young T and put 2 other brothers in that video of Lippy. That 2 brothers that don't rap.
I'll still keep Young Stefan in there, for me.
Would you keep Young T?
I swear. So my thing is like, not to cut you off, bro, but like, my top 5 was more so like, I didn't want to it was based off who I enjoyed listening to growing up. Okay. Because that was a whole, obviously Wretch would be just because, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I kind of took it, because I thought, you know what, if it wasn't to do with that, then it would, like, mine would be like, I would just be throwing names in there, do you get me? So I thought, you know what, this is more so, not an unbiased, but more so like a all-rounded type of thing, and it's a natural, organic, authentic type of top 5 where man can like relate to these man. But a lot of these man I already respect as lyricists, you know what I mean? So like for example, Gets, like me personally, when I was a youth, I wouldn't, like I knew obviously like from the movement and everything and like, one extra freestyles, but I wasn't like, he wasn't my go-to, should I say, but I always knew already like, yo, that's the one, like that's one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it came down to preference at the end of the day. So I just thought I know it's a bit biased, but I just thought that was a easy way of me doing it.
That's like the same thing with me, because like when I was younger, I personally just love music in it. Like, so I just listen to everybody.
Facts.
And like growing up as well, like I always pay my respect and my homage to the brothers that paved the way for everybody. The Kanos, the Wretches, the Gets.
Even though possible for the young gen.
Exactly. Yeah, and even though back then I didn't even, I woke up, like my list may sound mad than me saying this, but I didn't listen to Gets back then. But what music does, which I think is amazing, is that the Gets that I've listened to right now, just recently, like over like the last 3-4 months, caused me to go back to the Gets in the past. And when I went back, I said, what? Bro, I wish I was listening to this guy from the start. Because now I see why people say Gappy Gets, and when he was just ghetto, he would just not get to ghetto. And when I was listening to, like, I don't know if you heard, is the Kenny All-Star freestyle that he did this year? After that one, I just said, other than Wretch, I don't want to hear the conversation about anybody.
You're talking about the Dave Duppy though?
I haven't, do you know the day, I think the one Kenny All-Star is better than Dave Duppy. Just because me, like, my whole standpoint with like my brand and everything in terms of Black Lives Matter, I needed someone to portray it properly in music for me.
Okay, I feel you.
With everything that was going on, I felt like the way that he addressed it. I was in my yard with my boy, and I played it, and I paused it. I played it again. I paused it. I was like, bro. I said, bro, come downstairs. We listened to it together, and we didn't get through it fully till like the 10th or 11th track. I'm just thinking this guy's talking stuff, and when you deep it, it's like this is why I think a lyricist is here personally. Maybe a complex lyricist, but someone who's good at it will make you research their bars. When I like watching reaction channels. Yeah. Bro, I was watching this reaction channel and I deeped it. There was certain bars that get said. He said like Lloyd's Bank, and that had a reference to, because he was talking about money, Lloyd's Bank. It also had a reference to G Unit. Yeah. And I didn't know that.
Obviously,
so I went over it and there was like a guy called Yayo and someone else. I was thinking, this guy's talking.
He's talking stuff. But what's what you're saying? I feel like it gets like even up until like you said the past few months, but even up until to now, IC3 and all them tunes and dropped another. I thought the other tune dropped and it was brazy. Brazy, bro. But I prefer, me personally, I prefer the Gets that's like more composed, innit? That's the Gets I prefer, innit? But I think like there's some artists I've grown to like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why like I've grown to enjoy Gets' music more. But as a youth, like obviously when I was in school, lyrics more so UK rap like that was popular was like you said J. Cole's, the Kendricks, and Wretch was the closest thing man had to that. And I was already caught up in that phase. So when I had Wretch coming in and he's, you know what I'm saying, like retrospective and black and white, and even he dropped a mixtape. I think it was retrospective.
Yeah, retrospective black and white. FR32. He had there
was another thing.
There was one before FR32 fam that he did the Mark Duggan thing as well inside it as well. I can't remember.
It was
but I downloaded it straight though.
And I'll find it after this, but it was great. I remember it had a tune with Love Essie and
I know what when you're
talking about, but that's what I'm saying. Like that period, for me, it was just like I was growing with Wretch. Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? So
that's how I feel with Dave, fam.
Do you know? Oh yeah, but obviously
that's how I feel.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different.
Do you know what? You know how you're talking about like the care that Dave takes in his music. Yeah. This is why I always stand by Wretch, because this one is so simple, but this threw me off, fam. So basically, I think Wretch is a very humble brother in it, and I feel like the only time like he shows off is through his music in it.
As you should, yeah.
He did what 5 Fire and Abuse. Yeah. The one I think it was part 4. The one he did before his album came out. Yeah. So.
In the Arsenal show.
Yeah. So it's called. So his album is FR32 in it, and
he's talking about with the blues.
Yeah.
Oh my bad.
So I didn't know this at the time in it. So I'm just looking at the album. I'm thinking like people just drop an album cover that looks nice in it. But me thinking Wretch is Wretch. There's something behind this Wretch.
You know what? I didn't research that.
Bro. He explained it at the end of the Final Beef. So basically, FR32 is 3-2.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know 3 as in FREE is 3-2. Cool. Cool. That one threw me off a bit. Cool. He did a reference at the end of the Final Beef. He said, "I can make hit after hit. Don't ask about the balloon because I was it before it."
Yeah.
So you know the movie It, bro. When I did that, I was like, just shut up, man. Like it seems so simple, just putting like a balloon on your album cover. But it's like he sees past what you were seeing, fam. He's saying, look at my album cover, deep it again, and then you realise that it's me.
Oh, the one where he's like, I wrote this in the country, I was staring at horses. That one.
Okay, I was just like, for me, it's like the way that he resonates for me, like also being like a young brother, like from North, like bro, like he's from my area.
Yeah.
So being from North and hearing man spit and just thinking like, you know, a lot of people, whether you're from North, South, East or West, yeah, a lot of like black boys, they go through stuff and like they go through maddest of things in their life. And the fact that he's been able to stay true to his craft and been able to speak to us as younger people through his music, it's just like, for me, it's just a testament to his lyricism. Like he doesn't need to be the guy who makes 20 chart topping songs. He doesn't need to be a Drake that has song after song like that's a dance vibe. He doesn't need to do that. He can do it. He did tell me with Cultural Funds, he can do it, but he doesn't need to. I feel like for him, just even being away from lyricists, just as an artist in general, he's one of the artists, especially in that list, maybe not in that list, let me not go and like try and be rude to anyone else like I know, but he's therefore one of the artists from a lot of artists in this world that have stayed true to his craft and has never wavered from it, and things like that. That's what I love. So when I'm like, I'm taking in everything to do with him as an artist, I'm just thinking like, there's no one in this UK that can touch him. In terms of like barring and spitting and clashing, cool, then you can have maybe an argument for like the Chips and the Wileys, them man that were doing Lord the Mics. But lyrically, I think he's just not on this planet personally. So when I was watching it, and I just said, I thought it was just disrespectul to not even have him on the list firstly. But when I was watching it, and the way I feel like people take to him is like he's an English teacher, fam, but he's doing more than just...
You're forgetting the behind bars as well.
Yeah, like,
behind bars was
he's
nuts.
been doing this.
Do you know what it is with Wretch too as well? Like he's so consistent with it. I feel like a lot of lyricists like Chip, like he could be consistent with it, but he chooses to do bangers or to beef rappers. Or you get it? Like Wretch is like, I don't care where I am, I don't care what year it is. I'm still gonna give you lyrics. You get me? You're gonna have to research this, and I feel like that's making him unique as well. So he's cold, man.
Wait, why is Crep not in the conversation?
Crep?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just wondering.
Alright, do you know what it is? He is. I hear it.
Obviously the punchline, but there's some like tunes where he's actually just spraying.
Do you know what it is? I feel like
I hear it.
I hear it as well. I
feel like there's better lyrics.
Maybe there's like but the thing is,
I feel you.
I feel like I listen to him more.
Your opinion. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion.
Do you know what it is? I think maybe because like as an artist, I don't go to Crep for bars like that.
In that space.
Yeah, like I think when you type in certain artists on YouTube and stuff, and you go to listen to their songs, you know what you want from them. So when I go listen to Wretch, I know that fam, I need to have my thinking cap on. But then other brothers, I know like I'm trying to go for like bars. Like even though was his one last night in LA.
No, that was Conan.
His one was last night in Lagos. Like even though that they can, like I feel most of the musicians can do that stuff.
Tap into that.
But it's like, is that you like?
I feel, okay.
You know what I mean?
Is that your brand?
Yeah, is that your brand?
Okay. Alright.
I think Crep is so cold. Yeah. I think he's like him and Conan. I think they don't get their respect as a duo as well. I don't.
Of course, yeah.
But in terms of like, is that what you do consistently over like your whole
like bars,
thing? like bars? I can get bars from you, but are your bars here to make me think, or your bars here to make me go crazy, fam?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hear that in terms of like lyricists, but I think just what like.
No, I was just curious.
It's a question because I even had like some notable mentions, just to like throw in the conversation, purely because like I'm like I said like a retro and whatever. But if we're talking about lyricists and lyricists coming up, like cool, he may not even be in the list right now, but Avelino didn't get a mention.
I think Lippy mentioned him, but he was more so
he mentioned him a little,
he was like that's the reason why he didn't put them in there, because like you said, are you here to make me think? Because more time I don't want to think when I listen to music. Well, that's trying to catch a vibe.
But that's a lyricist though, like.
But does a lyricist always have to just make you think?
But because Dave location, man said like Playboy, I don't need a car. Yeah. That's wordplay.
Have you watched the Genius on that?
Yeah, he was like there was bear on top, even with the alphabet. Like you can, there's a balance. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a balance, and I think that's like. What makes you, I think in this generation today anyway, like whereas before it was like you were just spraying because there was no real, the UK scene ain't as big as it is today basically. So there was not much to go off. Well, I'm assuming there wasn't as much to go off as far as like, okay, cool, this is what the people like. Okay, that's not what the people like. Where I feel like back then, like you said, it was Lord of the Mics. You had to come with the bars. You know what I'm saying? But then it just comes down to like.
Because if that was just straight lyrics, then you just take anyone who's really competed and done well in Lord of the Mics. Really, if you're gonna say someone with lyrics, then bro, anyone who stood there and clashed and won, you're gonna be like, alright, say that he's a top lyricist. If it was just straight that, but I feel like we can't just like as much. Like I said, I keep saying Wretch, but as much as I love him, and I will put him like number one, we can't just look at lyricists for someone that's gonna make me think about, damn man, I need to study this. like a bit more than
that. Facts,
no, definitely like lyricists definitely needs bangers. Like I don't have to explain it.
I think that shows your versatility as well,
bro.
I think Dave is like a proper example for that. Then nowadays,
I know we're not doing
America, yeah.
But honestly, I think Kendrick, he's not for our generation.
I think he's big. Even though he's big, I think he should be big.
IQ,
we can even get into a different conversation.
Yeah, that's why he's different one,
bro. Twitter tried to cancel Kendrick because he wasn't at the Black Lives Movement.
Do you know what's so mad about this? Yeah, it might go a bit off. Yeah. But the thing that's annoying, is that, because I've had this problem as well, that a lot of people will do this thing where they like to go shout artists and be like, "Rah, why haven't you said nothing? Why haven't you said nothing?" Now, when you take artists like Kendrick and Wretch, or even Stormzy as well, and I'm looking at people be like, "Rah, is Stormzy gonna speak out?" Now, I love Stormzy for everything that he's done for like the community and just for people in general, innit? But he didn't have to speak out. He's been speaking about it in his music for a while. Wretch has been speaking about it in his music for a while. Kendrick's been speaking about it in his music for a while. So why is it now that it's happening, even though I've deep this from time and been telling you guys, but now that it's happening, now you want me to speak out. So everything that was hard hitting in my discography doesn't mean anything now because it wasn't relevant at the time. But the thing is that not trying to go off topic, but with the whole Black Lives movement, it's always been relevant. It's just been heightened now. So them man have been talking stuff for years and years and years, but now if Stormzy didn't speak out, you're gonna try and cancel him because he's not here for the black community.
You know what I mean? Like listen to his project. Literally listen to any Kendrick song, and I promise you don't.
The butterfly, innit?
Fam. Yeah. Oh, don't do that, bro.
But even with Wretch, even if you think about Wretch, like open conversations, like, you know what I'm saying, and even after take with Avelino Dry Cry, like there's tunes where like he touches on the ills and you know what I'm saying in the ends, and it's like obviously like I mean that's the reason why I kind of mentioned Crept as well, because even on Cold Summers on 7 Days I think he was kind of touching on those topics as well. But like you're saying, if we're talking in that space where it's like that's like your brand is like you said, the wordsmith and I also think the lyricist is also the feel of the music as well. I don't think it's just like obviously it's the bars, but like even if you go like for me like going back listening to Joe Black and these man like those are man I would listen to just like if I just wanted Lampard like just bars, bro. Like you said, 20 tracks, and it's also to do with like, bro, you can't have 20 tracks like just bars and top 3.
It has to.
Like you must. This is the skill of like hitting like different pockets and keeping the listener entertained. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Yeah, no, it definitely.
So it does come with skill to be a great lyricist. But sorry, go on.
No, it definitely will like. You need to include everything. You can't just be a lyricist. Or you might
bars,
as well go a cappella.
Yeah, facts.
Like you definitely need like everything.
I think that's the thing with like obviously we'll get back on top of it in a second, but I don't really. I think that's the thing with like Heady One's album. Yeah. I've heard like different people not liking it for certain different things now. For me, with an album, like we have EPs, you have LPs, you have mixtapes, you have whatever you want to call it. But when you drop an album. And I believe like an album is a journey in the artist's story at that time. So when you're dropping an album, I can't expect 20 drill songs. I can't. I need like in an album you should show versatility. You should let me know where you're coming from. And with his album being called Edna and it being a tribute to his mum, bro, I'm expecting pain. So when I'm hearing certain people not like songs like Therapy, I'm thinking, but like bro,
even
breathing, like you're seeing like this is why I feel like there's a divide in the generation in terms of people who taking music, just the sound and the vibe or whatever, and take it in for what man's really trying to tell you. You get like heavy is the head. Like bro, certain man around me don't like it.
Yeah, but that's just because it's
exactly. But when you've got like Stormzy that's dropped, he's dropped Rainfall. When we grew up on Wicked Skengman, you get people aren't gonna take that in. But fam, it's got over 1 billion streams on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with like the whole album thing and showing your versatility. I think that's a big thing as well because there's certain artists that maybe want to expand into different pockets, but in terms of how their fan base might take it, they may not get the opportunity to do it because their stock could easily just decline if your fan base feels like you're expanding too far out from what we like.
It's a peak industry.
It's a tough industry
because if you give the audience something that they're hearing and then you change it up and they're like, nah, you fully you're conflicted between, do I give them what they want or do I do what's good for me, and only a partial percentage of my audience that I've already gained feel that. And it could be like, what's new or whatever you want to do that's new or better in your preference that compared to the old thing you were doing, it could be better. Do you understand? But only a partially.
We'll take it in because
it's peak. It's peak. Like you've got a conflict. You got.
And that's what I wanted to ask you because again anyway when I go through your Insta and I watch your freestyles I'm coming for like you and Cadet because obviously I was watching Cadet more.
I was
watching Cadet more obviously because I knew him
exactly.
But then from when I was introduced to you and I was just going on your Insta, I'm going for bars, I'm going for a rap, I'm going for a laugh as well because I'm an Arsenal fan innit, so me knowing you're a Tottenham fan, I know when you did the freestyle when Tottenham were just going downhill. Then you just did the one where you won 6-1. I'm now waiting to see what you're saying about after you guys just lost. But I know I'm going to you as an artist. When you drop your freestyles, I know this guy's gonna just spin my head you and I don't know if you know Big Jest.
Yeah, I'm
brother just but and it's his wordplay is ridiculous, isn't it? So I know what I'm going for. But then if I now go to your page, because you've also done freestyles on deeper stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So me being someone who digests music differently to other people, I know I can go to your page, see something different and still take it in the same way. But then it's how do you that challenge of kind of staying true to your fans and giving them what they want, but at the same time as an artist developing and expanding yourself, how do you find that journey, or do you think you're embarking on that journey now?
I think obviously man loves, like you said, we can all agree we love actually thought-provoking stuff as well, do you know what I'm saying? But also, I try to make the balance between the vibe as well, so it's not boring and that, you know what I mean? Because man's young, innit? So I listen to all the bangers and them things there. I go to the raves and, well, I used to because COVID and man. But I think it's just more so man just loves it, innit? Man loves, as much as man watches football, you know what I'm saying? I do football stuff as well, you know what I'm saying? So obviously man also loves bantering teams and this, that and the third and rapping bars about my team and whatnot and football bars and whatnot, but at the same time I'm a human being, so I go through stuff, I see what's going on, and there's a lot of messed up stuff going on, so I like to rap about whatever's going on and still display some sort of lyrical ability and skill, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Yeah.
Because I feel it's so hard for musicians, because it's the same thing with speaking about lyricists and speaking about how people digest their bars, because I feel it's annoying when you take an artist and because they've done that, he's that. So when I bring up Wretch, you're just bringing up words. You're not gonna remember like I said Tractor or Tell Me with Kojo fans. You're not gonna bring up them tunes because you just see Wretch as Wretch. But I feel as an artist, people like to put you in this bubble. But it's not fair on you. Because it could easily. I think I was watching an interview that Stormzy did. It's very easy when Stormzy can just say when he grew up he just loved music. Cool, I started like this, but I just love music. So how can you just expect me to stay in this bubble? There's only so much I can do in this bubble. Do I have to expand? Look at other artists that think they have to stay in this bubble. Look at what Stormzy's done when he's expanded. Man headline Glastonbury. At this moment in time, no one can really chat to him.
But I feel there's a way you can play it though. There's a way you can play it. I'm not sure if you've heard of Odile.
Yeah. Cold.
He's playing the game. Fam, the way he played it was so. It was nearly 100%. I would say 98%. But fam, because he was doing his thing because it was coming up. I think he was doing Afro swing. I would say Afro swing in his own channel, and then he started doing versatility. So he was doing R&B, soul, Afro beats, Afro swing, straight rapping. His EP, it's the one with brown skin in it. I forgot what it's called. He was basically showing his versatility. Then he went back to doing his thing.
Yeah.
And now he's on Headie's album. Like, there's not much.
Yeah, you know, like, you can't really chat to man.
Yeah.
And he's good.
In fact, he's so good. He's so good. Like, I'm so proud of him. Like, especially how he's from Ends. I don't know him personally.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of him. How he's played the game. Like, he showed you. You can't say, "Oh, you've only got one sound." Check my old stuff, and you'll see that you're wrong. Do you understand?
It's a
so there's a way you can play it, and that's the same conversation saying like there's a lot of artists that could show the lyricism that could be in the same bracket as you're a lyricist but just don't. And it just depends what you want to display. I feel like it just depends what you want to show. Do you know what I mean? Stormzy interesting one. I feel like, would you say he's a lyricist? He can be. I wouldn't put him in that bracket personally for me, but he's a good
Again, he's like another one that can be, but isn't what I'm maybe going to him.
Bro, he just listen.
Fam, that's what I'm saying.
Bro,
okay,
I feel like before, because if you're talking sharp, bro, just because it's not a rap doesn't mean you can't be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even his behind bars is what, bro. Man can spit, bro. Like he can spit. I just feel like if it was up until shut up, probably people would have put him in that conversation because he's like his main like headline Glastonbury. It's kind of, it makes people feel a bit awkward now in the lyricist conversation. Whereas I feel like someone like you said, Dave came out firing, like all guns blazing, and you know what I'm saying, and just had that energy about
Dave played it well as well. Like there's a way you can do it. I think Kendrick is probably the most famous person to do it.
I mean, love Kendrick in the lyrics. Like you can't forget. You can't leave.
Honestly, if you listen to
if they did that, his name
just sounds like a lyricist.
Yeah, like Kendrick Lamar.
It just sounds like a lyricist.
Kendrick Lamar. You know
what I'm saying, bro?
But there's a way. That's what I'm saying. There's a way you can do it. Like even with the production, there's meaning in the production. Like it's so dumb. Honestly, it's so dumb. The samples that he uses. He uses that sample because why? Because he's trying to show this, you can infer this from this. Like honestly, there's a way you can play it, and I feel like just it's how you display it. I feel like
so from the video, the link up video, what I wanted to do is for us to we're gonna do it from their ones, and then we'll do like some notable mentions.
Yeah.
From their list, let's start from 5 up.
Okay. Yeah.
Who would you? Let's create our own list.
Alright.
So the 10 that we have to choose from, is...
There was whooping out them phones,
The 10 we have to choose from is, like
I said, even complete.
Joe Black, Marks, Potter Paper, Youngs T, Gets, Dave, Nines, Chip, Kano, and Wretch. So from those 10, I'll say my list in it, and then you guys say your 2, and then we'll try and make a full thing together. Cool. So my list from 5 is Young's T.
Swear.
Do you think I actually did listen to Young's Tef a lot when I was
yeah.
My sister got me through, I can't lie. So Young's T is number 5 for me.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Kano.
Okay.
Number 3 is Chip. Number 2 is Gets.
Yeah.
And number 1, we don't need to be number 1. I don't need to keep saying it before I get copyright or something. I don't know that. Cool, so that's my top 5. So I'll go Josh Lemish.
Fam, mine's let me even say mine. Okay, so 5th, Chip. 4th, Kano. 3rd, Dave.
Okay.
2nd, Gets, and first we already know.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
2, 3, 3, 2.
Yeah, mine, obviously, like I said, I was going off more, so my preference is going up, so I have a more knowledge, like, all round, you know what I mean, of their music.
Yeah.
So Joe Black, Potter, I kind of was dancing between Potter and Youngs. Just because if I just want like, but I might even put Potter 3rd, you know.
So?
Yeah, I might even put Potter 3rd.
Yeah, Potter.
Yeah, I might even put Potter 3rd still. Young's Teflon. I'm gonna put Kano in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Kano only because Home Sweet Home and Jack Bauer, I was banging those like mainly in secondary, innit?
Even his recent stuff is cold.
Yeah, even his recent stuff, do you know what I'm saying? And even if you listen to his Fire in the Boost, like just nuts in it, like nuts. And obviously like once again, I feel like Wretch was most connected. Like I was listening to Kendrick and J. Cole a lot growing up, and someone from the ends, from North London, that was someone I was like, okay, cool, someone from London, that's, you get me, I can listen to on the same kind of level, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why, for me, it was refreshing, innit? Okay. And then even I've grown up with him till now, like you said, like he's still, you know what I mean, he's still he's still the GOAT, you know what I mean? So, yeah, for me, in my opinion.
So, number one, we'll stick with Wretch, yeah? We'll get it.
Man, I don't want to say we're just being, you know what I'm saying?
Man, they're gonna say no, but like in the comments, put your own, like if you want to put your own top 5, put it on top 5, but let us know as well, innit? I just feel like I said, like, just can't chat to the guy best. But alright, so number 2. Wait, you didn't have Gets in your team?
No, but I wasn't just like, I know Gets is like, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like, back then anyway. So, more so now I'm taking him in. But, and I know already he's just a beast, like, and I was kind of playing between him and, but you know when you've grown up with someone, they hit a bit different. So it's a bit biased, me putting Kano in there. Yeah. Like, because if I was to take the all-rounded thing, it's very arguable that Gets is better, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be held in a higher regard. But yeah, just for me, I just put Kano in there, because I just think he's nuts as well.
Do you know what's crazy, yeah? And I don't know if you have this with certain artists, that you don't listen to them as much as you should. But you already know they're goated.
Yeah, that's what Gets was like for me.
Fam, that's why I put him second, because I don't listen. Like,
I read honesty.
Do you know what I mean?
I read honesty. I
don't listen. I won't turn.
But that's the thing, because.
But he will be in my top 5. But he will be there.
That's the thing. That's the same thing. With like saying like paying homage to a certain man that
and honourable mention.
Maybe we didn't listen to, but bro, like if it was
that's why Kano's on this. Don't really hear that.
When I do listen to them, I'm not disappointed. I came for lyricism and you gave me that. I will put you in my top 5 because I haven't heard that from, you get me?
Yeah, so, I want to let it get late, so I'm not just going to be like, like if I listened to it from earlier, most definitely, I probably would have been in it, but you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I don't want to just put someone in there for the sake of, I need to be true to myself as well.
I hear you.
So, alright, cool. That's how my top 5, isn't
it? It's different.
I hear that.
It's a bit different. And your honourable mention, you put Avelino in there.
So in my honourable mentions, I had Avelino and Skepta.
Yeah, same.
You know what? I will agree with you, yeah. And I don't know why Skepta's not in the conversation, yeah.
I just thought he should have been.
I don't need to hear absolute. I don't need to be a wordsmith for me to like consider you a lyricist, innit? Like there's something Chucky Online said once here, where it's the clarity of Skepta's bars, yeah. I can hear every syllable, every last letter in his bars. So like, and obviously he makes a great balance between he's versatile. He makes the vibe like.
Yeah, that's
energy was good. Did you listen to IC3 with Guess?
Bro, my mum don't even call me. Man said
the Queen offered me an MBE. I said no. Went back to Nigeria, got my chieftaincy. So shut up, man.
No, there was another one he said at the beginning. He said when they told me about the power of my black skin, unlocked it, then I tapped it. Hey, listen, I don't even want to hear. And it's like that's just me, innit? You get me? Right, just it's more so like. Long live the idols, may they never be our rivals. You get me?
I know that vibe now. But what was your honourable mentions?
Well, Avelino and Skepta. Avelino's cold.
Skepta was in the conversation. Like,
I'm even looking at my top 5 thinking, did these man deserve to be there? Honestly, like, Chip.
The thing is, I just know what you get from Chip. I just know. I just know.
But I feel like
I know if I wanted lyrics, I can go to him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I know if I wanted it.
I feel like if he really wanted to, he could be like Wretch too.
Yeah, if he wanted to be thought provoking.
But he
likes having fun with it.
He likes
he wants charts.
Yeah, which is like nothing wrong with it. Like, bro, get your money up as well as a musician.
You get me?
Man said, okay, so you said Avelino, Skepta. I like Avelino's older stuff though. Like FYO. I like the older stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to the
15th.
No, that's the joint mixtape with.
Okay,
so FYI, I think I was tuning like Universe and then tunes there where he was like lyrically just going ape shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I preferred him when he was a bit younger as opposed to now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Skepta's like an easy for me, innit? From just like now that I deep it, yeah. I just feel like when people hear the word lyricist, they get confused with wordsmith. I honestly feel that's how people feel when they hear the word lyricist.
How would you differentiate the two?
Like a lyricist, I feel like it doesn't always necessarily need to be how you play with words. If you can paint a picture for me, story wise, like Biggie was a lyricist. Biggie was a lyricist, bro. If we're talking everyday story, if we're talking me and my bitch, like these are like man was telling me, and I could listen, and it's like I'm watching a film. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. Obviously, you get me a couple of double entendres and that in there, but it's not like he's playing with words and flipping. Where I feel like you said with Wretch, the fire in the booth. You know, don't ask me about the balloons because I was it before it. Like even though I was getting crazy, I feel like people get the two confused, like wordsmith and lyricist. And I think that's what Young Stefan was saying in that video. Like, bro, I don't need to know that you've eaten a dictionary and spat the words back to me. I can understand someone saying that doesn't mean that you're a lyricist because.
But I feel like what you're saying is that's more storytelling though, like painting an image, painting a.
But that's lyrics. That's not basic.
I feel like though, if you can tell us
that's not basic
music, that can be.
You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying as well. Like
it's not easy.
It's not easy. Like, bro, I'm not looking to Blueface to give me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Certain men have done it, but it's actually a craft. Like when Rap Man or when if someone can
you see what I'm saying? Like lyricists, like being a lyricist. Yeah.
Bro, that's an art, fam.
I told you, like the Leslie tune, like I said,
even like
tunes.
His and Hers Perspective by Wretch, fam.
Bro,
that's mad. Man's telling from a woman.
And he's not just. The reason why I'm saying is because, of course, he's known for the punching, like punchlines, metaphors, whatnot. But like I said, tunes like that, he displays pure lyrical ability.
Yeah, pure just.
You know what I'm saying? And I can take it in. You know what I mean? And appreciate the art of it.
Fight and turn it. Come on, man. That's
mad. That's mad. Rap Man could even
Rap Man
video,
bro. That's art, fam. I don't know if I put Rap Man in the list.
No, he's not.
He doesn't get the.
his flower, but bro, I mean, Jay-Z.
But I mean, now he does.
You know what I'm saying?
He gets it something.
Is he signed to Rock Nation?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's good now. He's good now.
I said yeah.
He definitely deserves like a little shout.
Yeah.
I just honestly feel like. That's why a lot of people were shocked when they didn't hear Wretch because they're like, what? Wretch? And it's a very thin line as well, you know. Don't get twisted, like between lyricist and wordsmith. It's very easy to get the two mixed up. And especially because Wretch dances between the two. Like you said, his and her perspective. And then you have the fire and abuse where more time I have to watch like reaction videos to catch some of them. Like some of them are like, they're fitting so well, you don't even deep that they're punchlines. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I wouldn't not put him in my top 5 UK lyrics. That's blasphemy, bro. Yeah, like, I'm not even trying to hear that.
Yes,
I'm not even trying.
That's the exact word.
I'm not even trying to hear that. Rap gods,
before I even end it, you know, I DM'd Link Up. I know they haven't seen it, but like, I was burning so much. I was burning so that FA Link Up this shit replies by DM, fam. I was burning so much that I DM'd him. Like, how is Wretch not? I was waiting for him to screenshot.
But they said it as well. They said it on their podcast. Even Arnold George said it as well. It's crazy. Even he said it as well. Like, yo, how is he not in there? I heard Young Stefan's point, and I could agree with it because sometimes, like, listen to some lyricists who overuse like wordplay. It's like, bro, I'm enjoying I like the beat as well. Sometimes become one with the beat as opposed to just like you said, put my thinking cap on. Like, I got a trim. I don't need my thinking cap on. You know what I'm saying?
So nothing. You guys have heard our list. Our list here.
For what we've been able to choose from.
Right? Yeah, from what we've been able to choose from.
There's one more for me that. Akala.
Ooh. See. He's definitely on. I never listened to him like that. But
what about Loki then?
See, I heard this one because I was watching the comments, and there was another person, Devlin. Like there's man you can.
Okay, so we need to skip it. That's smart. I heard.
You've heard our list. There's hella honourable mentions. Like that's a big testament to the artists in the UK and their talent and their grind. So that's a big shout to them. You've also heard that we've all unanimously said that Wretch is number 1. Just put a big smile on my face. But yeah, let me know what other things you want us to talk about. There'll be like episodes, hopefully like twice a month. I'm going to try and be consistent with it. But thank you guys for watching, putting stuff in.
Yeah. Come on.
Thank you for my 2 guests. Like I said, you've got a young producer on the come up and you've got a young musician on the come up. So make sure you get their details. They'll be in the link down below as well and follow their grind.
Facts.
And yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching.
Jeez, come on, man. Love. Let's go.
Come on.